Good evening, my friends. We are live, broadcasting to you worldwide from deep inside the heart of FEMA Region Number 2 here in Manhattan, New York City. This is Live Free or Die, alternative news media. Here you'll get the real news first, unlike MSNBC, CNN, Fox, and all those other garbage networks. We give you the truth here. Well, thank you for joining me. I do apologize for last week if you did not see the show here on the Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Apparently somebody did not do their job. But we cannot blame the network. Like I said last week when I did my show in my car, we can only blame that one person who didn't do his job. And yeah, I even offered my services to, type in the schedules. I will even do it pro bono if it takes it to get the show on, because we must get the show on. The show must go on, people. All right, anyway, let's get to news because we got plenty of it. We cannot focus on such a minute situation there. All right, first article, Steve Watson, Infowars.com. Ron Paul launches homeschooling program. Education course to focus on the Constitution and how it has been hijacked. When he retired from Congress in January, few believed the libertarian icon Ron Paul would go quietly into the night, and they have once again been proven correct with the announcement that the three-time presidential candidate is set to launch his own homeschooling program. Yes, you can go to ronpaulcurriculum.com and you can check out this. I believe it's free from grades kindergarten to 6th or 5th grade. I'm not too sure about that, but you can check it out if you're into homeschooling. I actually started homeschooling my children not so long ago because, the Board of Education is not what it used to be, especially that they're trying to push all the charter schools and these preppy schools on my children, making them wear this communist uniform that my kids were the only kids who did not wear the uniform, of course, because, we are not Nazis. Anyway, because when I went to public school, there was no damn uniform. I don't know. How about you? Did you have a uniform when you went to public school? And public school only went up to 6th grade. It went from kindergarten to 6th grade. These public schools now go up to 8th grade. And they make you wear a damn uniform. But no, not anymore. You will not vaccinate my kids. You will not give my children government doctrine. You will not brainwash my kids with your garbage. They will know and understand and love this Constitution, love this country, and yes, they are red-blooded little Americans. Anyway, moving on to my next article. This is from Donna Anderson, Infowars.com. Obama blowing smoke up our butts with proposed new cigarette tax. Yes, President Barack Obama claims his new 94 cent a pack cigarette tax will significantly reduce consumption, just like it did when he passed his 62 cent a pack tax in 2009. But that significant reduction is all smoke and mirrors, used to distract you from the real reasons for this new increase. Basically, they're raising the tax on cigarettes so that they can somehow kill their little deficit that they created through fraudulent derivatives and this Federal Reserve fiat that they continuously print. They print all this money, and that's their way of they call it quantitative easing. You see. So don't believe any of that hype about the tax and it's how it's going to stop people from smoking. Oh, please. People are just going to buy cigarettes in the black market anyway, okay? That's where everybody gets their cigarettes nowadays anyway here in New York City, because nobody wants to pay $12, $13 a pack. So you go down to the Arabs on the corner, you pay from $5 to $8 a pack. That's what's going on here in this city. Anyway. Give me a call. We are live, 212-860-3583. We are live, people. I got plenty of news. I want to hear from you, the viewer. Chime in on anything I'm talking about or bring up some news yourself. All right, moving on. Former Black Panther, government preparing invasion against the American people. Appearing on InfoWars Nightly News, veteran Black Panther Larry Pinkney put historical civilian government ammunition purchases into perspective. They're not doing this because it's howdy doody time, Pinkney told Nightly News. They're doing this because they obviously feel that they need to prepare for a rebellion. And that rebellion is and will come from the people, black, white, brown, red, yellow, of the United States of America. Yes, they are preparing for a revolution of some sorts. All right, apparently we have a phone call. Let's take this call. Caller, you are on the air. Okay, I appreciate the call. Sometimes people just like hearing my voice. I know it's a sexy voice. Ladies love it. Anyway, apparently some guys do too. I get a lot of guys who call. I was talking about that with my friend today. Why can't more ladies call? Hey, maybe this is a lady on the line now. Caller, you are on the air. Hello.
Yeah, hi. What happens if those Arabs caught selling those cigarettes illegally?
It doesn't matter, you see, because then you'll get these rural farmers who will grow tobacco, and there's always a way that something can be put on the black market. I appreciate the call. It's just like this drug war here. The drug war is such full of you-know-what, because the war on drugs has been going on for many years, and drugs are still on the street, people. Why they made drugs illegal is so that they can selectively enforce and convict their competition. That's it. They jack up the prices by making it illegal, putting it on the black market, and it's all a racket. You want to eliminate drugs, you either sentence anybody to death who is using drugs, or you totally legalize it. That's how you stop the war on drugs. Let's go to this call. Caller, you are on the air. Turn down your TV. Turn down your TV.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I need you to turn down your TV and talk to me, sir.
Okay, I've turned down my TV. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
Hello?
You are live, sir. Go right ahead.
Oh, I can't hear you except on the TV. Oh, I want to ask you a question about Jay-Z going to Cuba.
Jay-Z?
We talked about that because I just turned you on.
Go ahead.
Jay-Z, his trip to Cuba. So, in his rap that I read, he says, two things. He said he got permission from the White House, which the White House is denying. And he also says that, if you wanted to do some time, it should be for a crime. And it alludes to him going and putting $1 million worth of drugs out in the street, which, is like totally apolitical, not correct. And so I was wondering, I'm saying it seems like a privileged deal, because he's seen walking down the streets of Havana smoking a stogie. I'm sure it's not a Dutchie, it's a Cuban cigar. I wonder if he came home with a few boxes of those. See, so all of this leads to violation of the Patriot Act.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering about. There should be, because there's a double standard there. You know what I mean? When you got people like the Venceremos Brigade, which are young people that go to Cuba, get investigated by the FBI, by everybody, but they go to Cuba like Habitat for Humanity, to go build houses, build schools, teach children, cut cane, stuff like that, get an education on socialism. But they're, they have a hard time when they get back to the U.S. Some of them get audited by tax and everything. But ain't none of that stuff happening in Jay-Z. It's just like just two rich folks slumming.
Well, you have to understand, sir, Jay-Z, this guy has been indoctrinated into the Illuminati. And he's a major contributor to the Obama campaign. He is a devil-worshipping scumbag, if you ask me. He probably brought some little children back from Cuba to drain their blood and drink it with Beyonce there. The Illuminati signs are all over this, he made some good music, but it's like you said, the guy goes to Cuba, and the guy gets no heat over it, except, some fake heat. I mean, I don't know, man. The whole thing
Fake
stinks.
heat, because he's not getting no heat.
Exactly. I mean, he probably came back with 20 boxes of Cubans, 10 kilos of cocaine, and 2 little babies to sacrifice. Look into this. This guy is Illuminati. Look up Capital Steez, how Jay-Z killed Capital Steez, how Jay-Z's responsible for a number of murders in the rap community. This is all alleged, by the way. This is what I hear. Anyway, yeah, you brought up a great point.
Yo, brother, I'm not hip to the whole rap scene, I'm just...
All right, I appreciate the call. All right, we got another call. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello, how you doing, man?
Good, what's on your mind, brother?
Glad
Talk
to
to
be
me.
here again,
Well, thank you. You missed...
But anyway, yeah, well, on to the thing. But anyway,
You saw last week, Steve?
Yeah, I saw you on YouTube. Yeah, I have a tablet now, so I tuned in.
Oh, you have a tablet. No, I'm talking about, did you watch the cable channel? Did you see what they put on in replacement of my show?
Oh, yes, I have, yeah.
And tell us about that show, Steve.
And it was really nothing, it was like entertainment, like the dancing ballet.
It was a show called India Talks, and apparently Steve told me that they played this show 2 times earlier that day.
Exactly, yeah, they usually do that sometimes.
Now, I've been doing this show for more than a year. Why couldn't they take one of my old shows and throw it on as a repeat? I don't know. I don't know how it works around here. But there definitely improvement is needed around here. We can't blame the whole network. Like I said, if it wasn't for the Manhattan Neighborhood Network, I wouldn't have reached so many people.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be who I am today. So
yeah, we need more like you, though, that's for sure.
So you can't rag the network, really. You got good people like my friend Sean. He's a good guy. So you can't beat up on these guys. These guys work really hard. It's just in every organization there's a few bad apples, just like the NYPD. So you can't blame the whole organization. Anyway, Steve, what's on your mind, brother?
Well, I've been tuning a lot of clips on YouTube talking about the New World Order, martial law, government takeover, and all that. And it seems like we are closer to it than we think.
What do you mean by that?
Like they're saying, we have a few steps closer or 2 steps closer for reaching a police state. Because, believe it or not, I think on Wednesday or Thursday, I heard Lionel talking about, about President Joe Biden talking about the New World Order and all that, talking about one world government.
Yes, he did mention the New World Order.
He blew up the internet, man. Sure, I'm telling you, man.
Absolutely.
It was just a matter of time you're going to be hearing New World Order on the mainstream media.
Oh yeah, I mean
Now,
Bush came out
North
with it a while
Korea,
ago.
Yeah, North Korea is ready to fire his rocket at any moment now, any moment notice.
Yeah, I'm not worried about North Korea, Steve. They can barely hit.
Man. It's all false flag. That's what it is, man. It's to start one world government. It's World War III.
According to Dr. Steve Pachenik, the South Koreans are laughing at our media right now. The South Koreans are not afraid of North Korea whatsoever. Basically, they can topple the North Korean forces within 7 days, they claim. And basically, they want America out. The South Koreans want America off their land. And maybe this is why they're bringing up all this hype and the rhetoric, because they're saying, hey, North Korea is about to, shoot some missiles, so we got to stay. We got to occupy your land.
Yeah, if North Korea fire at Japan or its allies, the U.S. is going to get involved.
This is all leading up to World War III, Steve. This is what they want.
That's World Order. Believe it or not. And somebody was telling me that government means mind control.
Somewhat, I guess, but not essentially. I mean,
how this country is run on profits and all that.
Yeah.
Like how your banks and your Federal Reserve is running this country.
Absolutely. Well, anything else on your mind, Steve?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know, about the meaning of a dollar no more.
Yeah, the dollar will be obsolete pretty soon. I can guarantee it.
You're going to have to be investing in gold.
Yep. Well, I appreciate the call, Steve.
Okay, man.
All right, brother. All right, we got about less than 15 minutes left, and I gotta get to a lot of news. All right, let's do it. All right, next article. Steve Watson. 85% of cops say gun control is useless, detrimental. 62% say if they were a chief or sheriff, they would refuse to enforce new federal gun laws. In a national survey, members of one of the largest groups of law enforcement professionals, an overwhelmingly majority of active duty and retired police officers, said that the Obama administration's gun control proposals will either have no effect or will make things significantly worse. Yes, I talk to a lot of cops. I know a lot of cops here in the city, and I say 85% of the cops I talk to are against gun control. They'd rather see me, a good law-abiding citizen with a gun, able to defend myself. Because if you have if you get every good person in this city to own a gun and know how to use it, take safety courses and all that good stuff, that essentially makes those people police officers. Because guns are used more in this country to deter crime than they are to commit crime. So once people wake up to this fact and stop being scared of, oh, the little big bad gun, oh, what are we afraid of in this city? What is it? Guns and sodas now. According to Mayor Bloomberg, moving on now, soda ban highlights the hidden hazards of proposed gun control restrictions. Yes, proponents for a stricter gun control regulations should take a lesson from the new research conducted in the wake of Michael Bloomberg's failed attempt to ban the sale of sodas in containers larger than 16 ounces. Basically, this study came down with the fact that if you reduce the size of the sodas or whatever you want to do, that people are just going to buy 2 sodas instead of buying that big one. So people are going to drink more soda. So the little soda restriction is not going to work. When you ban guns, that's not going to work because the Crips and the Bloods and the Latin Kings aren't turning in their guns. The thugs are not turning in their guns, people. What are you, stupid? All you're doing is taking away the guns from the good people. That's all you're doing. All right, we're all over the place here. I had a rough night last night, so excuse me. Moving on. Steve Watson, father sickened by anti-constitutional note from son's school. Quote, I am willing, they made him write this, quote, I am willing to give up some of my constitutional rights in order to be safer and more secure. Yes, a teacher made a little boy write this down because apparently the education system has gone to hell. This is why I homeschool my kids, and I teach my kids. We are not willing to give away our constitutional rights to be safer and secure. Benjamin Franklin said, if you sacrifice liberty for security, you will get and deserve neither, okay? We must ensure that our freedoms stay in place, our God-given rights, our unalienable God-given rights, damn it. Because this is what this country was founded on. The founders, the founders talked about this, man. Anyway, frustrating news. Moving on. Paul Joseph Watson, Infowars.com. Who gave North Korea nukes in the first place? The U.S. government and the CIA. Yeah, that's right. Did you know Kim Jong-un, or whatever the little punk's name is, was raised in Switzerland, spent 15 years of his life in Switzerland, drinking Johnny Walker Black and smoking cigarettes and sleeping with Swiss women? This guy is a joke, okay? This guy, it's all a game. It's all a facade. It's all fear propaganda being thrown in our face so to distract us from what's going on in the homeland. Economic collapse. They did this in the old days, people. The old kings and the queens, whenever their people started an uprising or a rebellion, the King of France talked to the King of England and said, let's have a war because my people are on a rise. They're on an uprise. They're about to rebel. And that's how they distracted everybody from what's going on in the homeland. So don't fall for this hype, North Korea. North Korea can barely nuke South Korea. Please, get out of here. Please. Anyway, like I said, who put the guy in the first place? Who put his father in? Who put his great-grandfather in? Whoever the guy was. The U.S. Okay? And, these guys, the New World Order, the United Nations, deaf to the United Nations, deaf to the New World Order, deaf to anybody who runs these phony organizations like Save the Far when they're actually going over there killing the little children. This is all documented. UN troops rape and kill little children, okay? Not all of them are bad, but look it up. Google what I'm saying. The UN is a New World Order, Luciferian, just devilish sect. They bring in drugs, they kill women, they kill children. They're helping Al Qaeda in Syria right now, issuing fatwas on little 14-year-old girls to rape them, basically. If you are not a Sunni, then a fatwa will be issued on your little female sister, niece, whatever she is, and she will be raped by the Obama-supported Al Qaeda Free Syrian Army. Anyway, moving on. A little bit of time left. Idaho bans government spy drones. Legislation pending in 31 other states. Maybe I'll move to Idaho, because actually I got this other story here that I was going to cover. It's by my good friend, good self, me at listmy5.com, and she breaks down Michael Bloomberg, who supports these drones, and she quoted him saying, Michael Bloomberg stated, "Everybody wants their privacy, but I don't know how you're going to maintain it. It's just we're going into a different world, uncharted, and like it or not, what people can do, what governments can do is different, and you can, to some extent, control, but you can't keep the tides from coming in." Basically, he's endorsing drones all over the city and saying you can't do anything about it because it's a coming of the time in our new George Orwellian 1984. You will be watched, he's saying. Well, Mayor Bloomberg, you're not a mayor in my eyes, you scumbag, you three-term piece of garbage. Boy, I see you, I'll give you a piece of my mind. You already know. That's why you avoided me on 2 occasions. I know you did. I was looking for you. Not for no violence, but to invoke my First Amendment and tell you what a real piece of garbage you are. I will call you out. You better believe it. Anyway, a little bit of time left. Treason alert. Dems try to move gun bill forward without allowing senators to read it. Obamacare repeat. Senators not allowed to read bill prior to cloture. Basically, this happened with the National Defense Authorization Act. This happened with the Obamacare Act. And it's happening now with the new gun control thing. They're trying to push a bill through without having the Senate read it. They're saying, "Oh, just trust us. Just push it through." And it's acts like these that people should be charged with treason, if you ask me. We need to hold their feet to the fire because we, the people, have the power. Anyway. Moving on. Report. This is from naturalnews.com. Many urban tap water systems loaded with SSRI antidepressant drugs. Yes, you had 60 Minutes talking about how they're going to put lithium in our water and Prozac and Effexor because, it'll help us be more docile and calm. And on top of all the fluoride and other garbage they put in our water, that makes us docile and gives us bone cancer and brain cancer. Excuse me, it's so wonderful. Next article. Steve Watson. New York State Police admit wrongfully confiscating guns under new laws. Clerk office suggests legislation has serious flaws. Yes, state police in Erie County, New York, have admitted a huge mistake in confiscating a man's guns under newly passed gun control laws. You got these cops who were power hungry already. The laws haven't even been officially put through, and they're already jumping on it. Let's go by the New York Safe Act and take away their guns because they're on Zoloft or some kind of garbage. It's getting out of control, people. Anyway, moving fast. IRS violates Fourth Amendment. Wealth Confiscation Agency believes it is above and beyond the Constitution. Of course, everybody knows the IRS is an unconstitutional agency. It is actually based in Britain or England, whatever you want to call them. The IRS was actually started in 1913, coincidentally the same year the Federal Reserve Act was put into place. Yeah, we must abolish the IRS. All right, moving on. DHS-funded course asks cops if they will confiscate guns from Christians. Colorado trooper trained to consider Christians as dangerous as terrorists. Yes, Department of Homeland Security are now moving to confiscate Christians' guns. Next article, John Rappaport. Even the New York Times is now rejecting Monsanto GMO science. Yes, the New York Toilet Paper Times is actually stepping up and saying, genetically modified foods and Monsanto will kill you. I've been telling you this since I started the show more than a year ago. And you even got places now like Whole Foods who are pushing this garbage. Whole Foods now admits 30% of their products are genetically modified. So you think you're going to Whole Foods getting something good? Think again. You can't avoid it. We got to put a stop to Monsanto and put a bill into effect to kill Monsanto. I'm not talking about literally, but kill their organization. All right, next article. New York police confiscating firearms for people taking anti-anxiety medication. I was just talking about this. Government increases erroneous activity to confiscate illegal firearms. Yes, Democrat Obama agenda is total gun ban. Yes. All right, and our last article here. MSNBC host turns to Jesus in response of criticism of her child collectivization rant. MSNBC twit, Melissa Harris Perry basically had this commercial and basically said that our children belong to the government. Belong to the government. Can you believe that? No, my children belong to me, you witch. They do not belong to the government. I am not a communist. I am not a Marxist. I am not a collectivist. I am a constitutionalist. And you will not take my children from me, you tyrannical witch. Anyway, we're out of time, people. Next week, it will be a repeat, unfortunately. But God bless America. God save the Constitution. And if you have received this transmission, then you are the resistance.